Sarah.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Look at that. Look, I'm so old, I still don't know how to set this Zoom up. I say it every week. I'm an idiot, dude. I've officially turned into an old man. I touched nothing, Andre. Nothing. Sarah, this whole time, Jacob is just running around me. And then this was me. This is me. I think it's on. I think it's on. So dumb, man. I hate it, man.
Do I really? Hang of it like right
yeah, you got a good camera.
You do.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I think you look fine, Joe.
Thank Jacob.
It's the camera.
Sarah can always be honest with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you look fine. You know, let's not go crazy.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Sarah, are you in LA or did you guys move from Seattle? What's going on?
No, I'm in Sherman Oaks.
You're in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah.
With John?
Yeah. I was just saying.
Nice.
I was just saying he's usually gone now, so we're just like, this is the most time we've ever spent together.
Oh yeah,
just together.
That's right, because of football.
Yeah. So, but
Andre, do you, Sarah? I don't think Andre really knows who your husband is.
Oh,
of course I do.
Okay, then.
Well, maybe the audience doesn't know.
Huh?
I don't think you do know, do you, Dre?
I know, sort of.
You don't. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. Okay, he's a kicker for sure. Punter. He's a punter. But what he did for the playoffs in Seattle, he pretty much won the game.
Yeah.
He's the one that won. He's the one that did the trick play and threw the touchdown. He's the one that did the onside kick. It's John Ryan. He's built like he's built like a Greek warrior. He's a ginger. He's the kind of guy that wears a football jersey, and then you're like, oh yeah, he's not wearing shoulder pads. That's just his shoulders.
He's not small. That's true. He's not small.
Yeah.
And he has a very high. Yeah, he has a good quarterback rating ever since that play. So
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
Right.
That's so funny. How is life being married, Sarah?
It's good. It's really good. This is actually Thursday is our 4-year anniversary. So
nice.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. No, it's good. I waited until I was 40 to get married, and I think that was the right choice for me.
That was
Absolutely.
100% the right choice. Andre, you got married at 40 as well.
Yes, indeed.
Was it 40 exactly?
That's working out. Now, for me, we were 5.
Yeah, maybe? 5.
Yeah.
By the way, Sarah, Andre's married to my sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
And and Andre also went to school with me in Tacoma, Washington. So we're diehard Seahawks fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Andre is also doing his podcast in front of a Joe's Crab Shack. So that's why that background. Because the Wi-Fi is better at Joe's Crab Shack. So
Joe's Crab Shack probably could use a little advertisement during the
there you
pandemic.
Go.
You know?
I had a
no more dine-in, but we turned it into a podcast studio.
Yes, 100.
Yeah, we got to diversify. I had a follow-up marriage question. So I know it's cool being married, because we've been married like 4 years, but being married and being at home together every day, how does that feel for you?
You know, it's funny because like I was saying, like we usually are apart like 6 months out of the year between me touring or if I'm shooting. Like last year I lived in Atlanta for 4 months shooting a show for Netflix, and he was
You killed it, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome, Sarah.
Thanks. So it's like, I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be kind of, a different experience for us to be home.
Yeah.
And it's good it's good. It's very good. But just like when there's a moment where like, I'm used to, like, I didn't get married till I was 40. So I'm a little bit used to my own space.
Yeah.
So when he sees that brewing, he just goes into another room.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything. Yeah, he just disappears for like an hour.
Same.
I feel like that's the new thing. Like back in the day, it was always like, oh, get married in like your mid-20s, get a kid and get ready. You know what I mean? That way, when you're like 45, your kids are almost out. Like, I feel like now people want to get married after all the bullshit that they've been through. Like after like when you're 41 and all your all that nasty shit that you did, it's done. It's done. It makes a lot
more sense.
Oh man, and then you know his bullshit and he knows your bullshit. You know when you're both lying. We've been there. Yeah. You're a fucking liar. Yeah. I know you're fucking lying, okay? I know. I did that when I was 32. Yeah. Grow the fuck up. We're 40 now. Exactly. We're 40 now.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, so, you like that?
I like that.
Yeah, you're pulling shit out of their mouth. Are you thinking about that? Give that to me. Don't think that. Give me that too. You're a fucking idiot.
I got married at 41 too.
Oh, did you?
We're all in the same club.
Wow. How many years has it been, Brian?
5.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. Times have changed. And it's also crazy for Sarah, because Sarah, you know what I mean? Like everyone knows, Sarah Colonna, Chelsea lately. But, you know, on top of that, she's an amazing stand-up comedian. She's always on the road. And then, of course, you know, her husband is a football player who works literally from September until February, right? Is that usually how it goes? Yeah. So he's gone. I feel like that's kind of like the new family now, man. I feel like that's the new norm. It is, man. Whereas back in the day, that used to be like the end all of all marriages. It's like, you're on the road too much, and you know what? I'm fucking the guy cleaning the pool. It's like, okay, all right, I get it. But now it's like, can you fucking leave so I can be in the pool? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, it's so, you know, I mean, we're so, like, especially comedians, we're so used to being by ourselves, like on the road, all this. So it was good to get married to someone who had also been by himself for a long time. And it was like, we both respect each other's space. We don't want kids. That makes a big difference. If you want kids, you probably, you know, plan a little better. Yeah. You know, But we didn't want kids.
You want kids? I'm 42, you fucking asshole. My kids are in their late 20s inside of me. Fucking dick. I got 2 kids going to college in Uterus University.
University.
Oh, mark that, Sarah. That's the title of this episode.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Uterus University.
Uterus University.
So stupid.
That's beautiful. No, it's the best. This is the new norm. I enjoy it. I love it. I mean, I feel like when my dad was 40, like I remember when my dad was 40, and I remember all of us in the car going, Dad's fucking old. I swear to God. I remember me, Gemma, and we were just like, Dad's old. He's fucking old now. Yeah. It's like, I remember my sister Rowena going, God, he's fucking old. I remember saying to myself, I don't ever want to get to 40. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, you hear people in their 20s say that. They're like, I don't know. Not that I watch The Bachelor. I do. But when you see these contestants on there and they're like, oh, I'm in my 20s and like 40's so old. And you just hear all these people saying 40's so old. And I'm like, listen, assholes, do you know how the world works? Like, you're going to be fucking 40 someday too. Yeah. And I'm going to be right in your face. And I'm going to call you. Like, quit saying anything's old. You're going to get there one day.
You're going to get there. But but what I'm trying to get at is I think now people realize 40 is like the new 30. It really is like, I've never felt younger and I've never felt more straight in my head. Like I know what I want. I feel more confident now. Like, man, me in my 20s, go fuck myself. Are you kidding me? I was a dolphin tour guide at 25. I wanted to shoot my face every day to work. I was like this close. Like, if I got to tell another fucking tourist the name of that fucking dolphin, I'm going to shoot my face. I hated my life.
I know. I
can't
did too.
understand.
I don't want to go back. I'm like, I've never been happier than turning 40. The shit that I had some bad haircuts. I smoked cigarettes. I worked at Hardee's. Like, I don't want any of that.
Oh, you worked at Hardee's?
Not in my 20s, but still, I was like 16. I was 16, but it still scars me.
Yeah, don't tell anyone about that story either. That's a fucking Hardee's. No one works at Hardee's.
Fuck you. I worked a drive-through. Okay, I was like at the top. I wasn't just like a cashier.
Yeah.
I had drive-through. You got to work your way up to that.
Sarah was the shit. Where's my microphone? Where's my microphone? I don't do hamburgers. I use the microphone.
I like being in my 40s.
Where the fuck is my microphone? Hi, this is Sarah Colonna. How can I help you? Let me get two Hardee cheeseburgers. 2 Hardee cheeseburgers and a vanilla shake. Fuck you, I don't make hamburgers. I'm on the upper tier in this. Fuck you. I don't do that. Hello, welcome to Hardee.
Look, the last thing I want to do right now is go to the drugstore for no reason, right?
Oh,
I want to buy razors at the drugstore. I want quality razors sent to me at home, and that's why I'm glad that I'm signed up at Harry's.
Let me tell you why I hate going to the drugstore to buy razors, okay? One, I only go to the drugstore to get a few essential items. Water, bubble gum, a bag of chips, and sometimes toilet paper. And when I have those items in my basket and I have to grab razors, they always have to bring a key to unlock it.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than the guy that's selling all this product looks into your cart and goes, oh, candy bar and toilet paper, huh? And you need a shave? I don't want to talk to you, buddy.
He already doesn't want to be there. The last thing he wants to do is bring a key to open up the razors for you.
Exactly. And the last thing I want to do is talk to somebody while I'm trying to wipe my ass and shave my head.
Right. And right now, we're not looking for extra reasons to go to the store. You know what I mean? We're already there buying shotguns and like boards to board up our windows.
Exactly.
We don't want to be worried. We forgot the razor. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about it because these guys send it to you right to your home. That's why 10 million people have tried Harry's. You can claim your special trial offer right now by going to harrys.com/koypon.
I love Harry's. Let me tell you why. Because it looks expensive. Go and buy any disposable razor. Buy the most expensive one that you can find at a store right now. And then grab a Harry's. I guarantee you everyone's going to say that Harry one looks the most expensive.
And I'll tell you, this is the guy. Jo Koy wants
that
stuff
one looks like it's $100 a razor.
This is coming from a guy. Every time I see Jo Koy wearing a T-shirt, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that T-shirt costs $130 to $5.
Damn right it does. That's what they say about my razor. I remember I was shaving with my razor, and they were like, "Damn, what is that? $100?"
And for guys like you and I, Joe, who have to shave our head every day, that's invaluable.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's the truth.
KoyPon listeners can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/KoyPon. They'll get a weighted ergonomic handle for a firm grip.
It's a beautiful grip.
5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade.
It's lubricated. Rich lathering. Just ask Dre and I. Our heads are smooth as silk.
Here's why you want to use Harry's. Harry's is a return to the essential. They're quality, durable blades at a fair price at just $2 a blade.
But Brian, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
How good would those blades be if they had a handle?
That's why you want to dial in with this special code KoyPon.
Yeah!
Get the
KOYPOND and get those special blades from Harry with a handle. Absolutely free.
Listen, everybody in the world can benefit from talking to somebody, right? A therapist.
Yes.
Man, my therapist is a lifesaver, and I got 2 therapists. That's how much help I needed, but I'm so glad I do. I have somebody I can talk to myself. I have somebody my wife and I can talk to, and it has improved our lives so much. We have so much more information about the right way to argue. Everybody's going to argue. You got to learn how to do it in a good, healthy way.
Yeah.
Therapy has, I gotta tell you, saved my life.
Or sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. It doesn't even need to be about your ex or your girlfriend or your wife or your dog. Sometimes people just want to talk about their past or just talk about something that's going on that they don't want to share with someone's close to them. They just want to share it with someone that doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, so you got something you got to work out. You need a third party to like take a look under the hood. You know what I mean?
For sure, because there's nothing worse when you spend so much time talking to yourself that yourself go, hey man, I don't want to hear that anymore.
Your own self is like,
hey, you ever talk to yourself so long? Yourself's like, hey man, shut the fuck up. You need a therapist. Man, I've been listening to your shit your whole life, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to think about all this weight you put on, motherfucker.
Yeah, your own self is like, I'm just here to play Call of Duty right now. Do we have to get all the way into it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, man, can you shut up? We're trying to sleep. Hey, but that's a true story, though, man. You can't talk to yourself. You really can't. And sometimes you don't want to talk to someone that really knows you. You want to talk to someone that doesn't know you, and you can just let everything out. And I'm telling you, when you let it all out, you actually feel taller. You actually stand taller. You just feel physically better, man.
Yeah,
that mental weight is a lot to carry. So don't think you're the only ones out there, you guys. There's people that can help you. Brian, tell them.
Well, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist, and you can start communicating in under 24 hours.
Nice.
It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, you guys. Not all of you guys are blessed to have a brother-in-law like Andre Simmons. I get to dump all my bullshit on him.
Look at that man. His shoulders are gone. I think I remember when we first met, they're up here. They're just like,
this is both Joe and I's weight on me, on my back.
I'm like Andre's favorite backpack from college.
Just pushing down.
But true story though, man. Not everybody has an Andre Simmons like I do. A lot of people have that friend that they can talk to. Not everybody has that friend.
Yeah.
So, and this is a brilliant idea, especially the times that we're living in right now.
Especially, exactly, because you got to telecommuting is so big right now. Also, there's a broad range of expertise available, which might not be locally available in many areas. So, if you need a specialist out there, they can pair you with the right person. It doesn't matter whether they happen to be near you or not.
Yes.
Services available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, I got to get this off my chest. Pop it up. You get those thumbs going, and you can get the message out there. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you don't have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. Yes. Which is traditional therapy.
And that's huge. So now you don't have to feel weird about it. You can reach out to someone and get some of your questions answered.
Yeah, that's actually the most difficult part, is feeling weird about it. Yeah. A lot of people do feel weird about stuff like that, and this eliminates that process. So it's a good thing to have, especially during this time, the pandemic. A lot of people are sitting by themselves alone, and this is a good person to talk to. You need someone to talk to, so this is the one to do. This is the one that can help you.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed, which is another huge selling point. I mean, because if you get matched with somebody and it's just not working out, you can change for free. You got to be able to change. You got to have a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. And BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So you can visit BetterHelp.com/KoyPond. That's BetterHelp with a P. And join the over 800,000 people taking charge of their mental health, and with the help of an experienced professional. And there's a special offer for Koy Pond listeners. They get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/KoyPond.
My sister worked at Taco Bell. She used to steal Taco Bell meat.
Oh,
Sarah.
Like would she bring it home?
Gemma, Andre's wife, my sister, used to work at Taco Bell, and she would steal the fucking taco chicken meat.
And did she bring it home?
Did she really?
Yeah. What the fuck? You thought she ate it in the car, Sarah?
I don't know. I thought maybe she sold it, on the side.
Yeah. She just selling bags of chicken.
Like a lemonade stand, but for Taco Bell chicken.
Oh my God. She's got a Taco Bell meat stand.
Oh
Make Taco Bell at home. Oh, she's selling it at school. My sister used to steal the fucking bags of the chicken. She took it twice. Oh my God. I loved it. You didn't know this about her, huh, Dre?
Was it seasoned?
I did not know.
It's the Taco Bell.
I didn't know I married a criminal. No.
Yeah. 100%. Stole the chicken from Taco Bell. Unbelievable. When you're broke, man, you do some crazy shit. That's what you do. You steal Taco Bell meat. I remember asking Gemma, please get that chicken. Get the fucking Taco Bell chicken.
Please bring the chicken home.
It was good.
My stepdad worked at Tyson's when I was in college, and they had listen, I got all kinds of things to brag about.
Holy shit. I didn't know people worked at Tyson's.
Yeah. They had like a discount store that you could go in. If you're a family, you could go in and buy like a discount chicken.
Yes.
Could not have, there's no way it was good.
Discount
but I would
chicken?
It was in. And I would get like so much of it and eat it. I know. I mean, I'm still alive, so it must have been okay. But
that's the same shit they did on
college.
Oh, that's so funny. That's what they did on Tiger King.
That's right. That's right.
Your dad worked for the Tiger King.
Basically, yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Your dad was by the trash bin. He's like, that's for the white tigers. That's for my daughter. She's going to college. Let me get some of those. Let me get some of them frozen drumsticks. I don't know why you gave your dad that accent, Sarah. I'm sorry.
It's actually pretty close, to be honest with you. It was Arkansas, so you kind of nailed it.
Wait, you grew up in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought this whole time you were a Valley girl, Sarah.
Oh no,
I always thought you were from LA.
No, I grew up in Arkansas. I moved out when I was I think 22, but I was in Arkansas for a large portion of my life.
What were you doing stand-up out in Arkansas, or you didn't start stand-up until you got to LA?
No, not until I got to LA, which is kind of a weird place to start stand-up, admittedly.
Yeah.
But
I'll say that too.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know any better. So luckily I guess I just was like, this is how it is. But when I talk to people in like cities that have more of a community, like more opportunities. It's not just like 5-minute open mics and stuff. When you have like I don't know. It sounds like it's a lot different, and maybe
Arkansas is one of my most memorable college gigs, because I realized how far detached they were from like Hollywood. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is I went to a college in Arkansas. I did a gig at Arkansas. I don't know where it was.
University of Arkansas, probably.
Is it
That's
Jonesboro?
Where I graduated from. Fayetteville. Jonesboro. There's also Jonesboro, but
it was in Jonesboro.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It was definitely in Jonesboro. And and he's driving me from the airport, right, Andre? And then this is what he says to me, because I just did BET's Comic View, and I was part of this Black college comedy tour. So I was performing for the Black student body. And when you do these college, like the Black comedy college circuit, the student body had to hire one Black comic and then another ethnicity, because they had to have diversity. And so I was other. So it was like, sir. So they would get a Black comic, and then they're like, do you have like a Mexican guy? Oh yeah, Jo Koy. Jo Koy. You have a white guy? Jo Koy. Asian? Jo Koy.
Checking a lot of boxes.
I was other. I opened for everybody, man. Michael Blackson, some more. Mike Epps. Oh man, I can't name them all, but I was on that tour forever. And literally, when they picked me up from Arkansas, we were driving to Jonesboro, and my only credit was BET's Comic View. And this is when I knew, like, people really think, like, they don't know how Hollywood works. They don't know that we tape shit. They don't know we tape a whole season in like a week or some shit, right? Like,
right.
And he's driving me, and he's like, hey man, how's Cedric the Entertainer? Is he awesome? Like, it must be fun every day on set with Cedric. And I'm like, hey man, I recorded that on a Sunday. He's like, what? What the fuck? He couldn't believe it, dude. His head exploded. he honestly thought that the show was like live every single day. Like, I mean, I know it's not to us, it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? But to see them react like that, like people really think Hollywood is like, that's really happening right now. That's happening right now. This show that I'm watching is happening right now. It's so crazy. I had no idea that he thought like that. It was the craziest shit. I don't know why I told you that.
So far removed from the process, right?
Yes, man. Like it's Jonesboro, Arkansas, but like we live in Hollywood. Like, you know, this is every day for us. But like there's people in Jonesboro going, what the fuck's on TV? Let's see if there really is. You know what I mean?
I brought my parents when I was shooting in Atlanta. I brought my parents out to like come to set. They came to Atlanta and stayed for a few days. Yeah. And my mom was like, holy shit, I can't believe how long it takes you guys to shoot one scene of a TV show. She's like, okay, I guess you earned your money. She was like, I can't believe how many takes they do, and they got to turn the lights around, and she was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. This is dumb. Why can't you guys just say the lines and move on?
Move on. Okay. Yeah. We all wonder the same thing.
The show is only 30 minutes long. It's goddamn 5 hours already. Shit, I already ate everything at the crafts table twice. I can't even find your dad anymore. He's been eating Twizzlers all fucking day. Honey. Oh, fuck. I had no idea you were from Arkansas, Sarah. This is so cool.
No way.
Yeah,
that's so cool, man. I love it, dude. What a culture shock for you to pick up and leave Arkansas and go to Hollywood. You must have been shitting your pants, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had like, my dad lived out here, so at the time it was like, okay, at least I had a little bit of a landing pad. He's been out here almost my whole life now. So I was like, well, I guess I have someone that I know there at least, but it's not like he didn't know anything about what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, you know, it was helpful, I guess, to have family, but at the same time, it was just like, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I stumbled my way through all of it. So
really,
you were still, you were still alone and chasing your dream. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I studied theater in college as if that was going to help, but so far, nobody that's ever hired me asked me if I got a BA from the University of Arkansas. Stuff like that.
Not one time Not one time has Sarah gone into an audition and went, if you don't mind, this is my degree in theater. I'd like to hand that to you.
So I probably don't really need to finish the audition. I mean, you have.
That's a degree right there.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, take a look at that. I 3.7 average.
I'm just gonna leave, and you guys just call me when you want me to start. Yeah.
Just give me a call when you're ready.
Yes, it's a musical theater, but I'm willing to do this prank show for sure.
I did do a prank show.
Oh shit! Which one?
That was one of my first jobs, Scare Tactics.
Oh shit! I love Scare Tactics. Yeah. That was on what station was it? I love Scare Tactics. Sci-Fi Network. I used to watch that. They were brilliant.
Yeah, I did a few seasons of it. It was, I mean, the shit that we did. There was an episode where I gave birth to like a demon baby, and it was just like
that was you. Oh shit! That was the best episode. I love that one and the giant rat. You remember the big rat? I love that one.
Yeah,
the rat was epic, but the demon baby was awesome. I didn't know that was you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh,
some of my best work.
Funny. Some of my best work. There you go. This is my resume. If you don't mind, if you just take a look at that. Thank you. Now where is the demon going to come out of?
Yeah.
Oh, my vagina. Got it.
Oh my God.
Is that one of the first shows that did the camera that would like bounce with your face when the people would run and would like the hang?
Yeah. It was kind of like. Wait, was it that one?
Well, sometimes.
No, it was a lot of black and whites.
Yeah, they would do like B-roll afterwards to show like, you know, like set up because they wanted it to be like this little mini, you know, like the backstory of the show, but then the live stuff was with the people that were set up. I mean,
So
one time a girl got so scared, she just took off running. And I literally, at the time, was chained to a bed because the whole thing was like a misery setup. I had to like rip these like fake chains off and run down and like chase her down the street screaming, "You're just on a TV show. It's fine. Come back." So, I mean, we scared the shit out of people. Yeah.
That's so funny, man. And then your mentality when you go home is like, I killed it. Or is your mentality like, fuck, I can't keep doing this shit?
I thought it was super fun. I was only one time that I felt bad because a girl cried. And then I was like, oh, I felt kind of bad. But then they would always get so excited that they were on TV, you know?
Yeah.
This was like when people loved to be like, you know, oh my God, you're on TV. This is my, you know, I mean, I don't think people love that shit anymore in prank shows as much, but they definitely loved it. So then you would feel kind of better. I don't know. I was just like, whatever. I made more money doing that than I did at my bartending job, but I was still bartending when I was on that show. So it's not like I made enough to not bartend.
That's so funny. So you came to Hollywood to pursue acting, correct? Not stand-up.
Yeah, acting and no, both. Definitely both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't, when I was in theater.
But when you were in Arkansas.
Yeah, there was no place to do stand-up at the time.
But did you have the bug?
I did, yeah. I knew I wanted to do it. It was like, even my parents were like, well, how do you know you want to do it? You've never even, like, we don't even have like a little comedy club. I mean, they do now, but at the time they didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. And then I just kind of started running around to open mics.
Crazy.
That's dope. So stand-up took off, and then the acting started taking off. And then when did we meet at Chelsea? How many years from Arkansas to Chelsea?
I honestly have zero like way to ever gauge time. I mean, you could tell me Chelsea Lately was on last year, and I'd be like, okay, that sounds right. Or you could tell me it was on 15 years ago, and I'd be like, yeah, that sounds right.
No, Sarah. My question is, how many years from when you moved from Arkansas to when you landed Chelsea? Like, how long was that struggle?
I don't know when that was. Okay, I think it was.
Shit.
It was.
That has nothing. That's your drinking. That's what that is. Fucking drinking. Don't blame that on anything else but the fucking vodka.
No, wait. I can do the math for you. Hold on. It was about 12 years before I got on that
12
show.
years.
Yeah.
See, that's about right. It's like that's why I always tell people, man, like they always ask me, like this one chick DM'd me the other day about, oh my God, I want to do stand-up comedy. And I'm like, you know, you're excited right now, but remember, just enjoy the process because the road is a long fucking road. You're going to end up doing prank shows where you're going to be a demon's coming out of your vagina and you're bartending. And then you're going to have a drinking problem where you don't really have a recollection of time. But the payoff is good because you'll land a fucking hit show. And then you marry a fucking star football player. And that's just the road. That's the road. And then you end up, that's how it goes. But that process is long. And people don't understand that. They want it now because social media is now. You post something, you get 10,000 likes, and you got it now. They don't understand that we didn't get 10,000 likes when we first started, man. You know what I mean? I remember my first like when someone goes, hey, I like you. That took years for me to finally hear someone go, I like you. And I'm like, oh, thanks. 10 years. Thanks. But now these people have it on their phone. They get a like in 2 seconds. Right. They get a like. So they're numb. They're numb. They don't understand the process of how long shit really takes, dude. Like when I tell people this is my 31st year, they're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no, man, this is the same color as my balls. I'm old as shit, bro.
And now you're selling out the forum. So
that's a great way to prove it. Great way to prove it, by the way.
But it's kind of annoying because the up and coming comics, you know, that with the questions, it's like I don't feel like they really truly understand what grind is. They think shit is supposed to happen now. If I start stand up today, this time next year, I should be selling out venues. It's like, no, man, no, bro. It's gonna take you a long fucking time. Like I remember the first time this comic said, see me in 10 years when you have your voice. I still remember that day. We were working at some jazz club off of Fremont Street in Vegas, and I was opening up for like this comic that was doing cruise ships. I remember I was so happy to open for this cruise ship comic. And I just asked him, like, how do you get on the cruise ships? And he was like, hey, man, come to me in 10 years when you have your voice. And I didn't understand what that meant. But now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I fucking get it, man. 10 years. It took me like 12 years, just like Sarah. It took her 12 years just to have that voice that she really had, where she's getting recognized for who Sarah is. Like, I don't know, man. It's fun to hear other people's grinds, man, because
it definitely takes a lot. No, it is. And I hear it all the time when I'm on the road, someone opening for me or a feature, and the way they think it's just going to be like.
Yeah, like that.
And I'm like,
it's
okay.
so funny.
Talk to you in 20 years, buddy.
I'll see I'll see you in 20 years, and you still be doing that 15-minute set of yours.
Yeah. Jo Koy had to fucking talk to dolphins, okay? Remember? Right? You said,
bro, that's the truth. Yo, Sarah, I was doing dolphin tour guides. I was a dolphin tour guide at the Siegfried and Roy Secret Garden. And I used to rent venues, right? I used to rent like college venues, or I'll rent like theaters, like old rundown movie theaters for like $600. When I was a dolphin tour guide, I rented out the student union, like, I don't know what it's called, like a little convention room. And I brought out Bobby Lee. This is before my son was born. So like 23, 24 years ago. Wow. And I told Bobby, I sold it to like, all the Asian student bodies, and they're going to support it, man. Just come out. I'll give you like $400. I had to go get sponsors because I wasn't charging anything for the tickets. And then, swear to God, Sarah, this is the most depressing story. And then the student that had to set up the venue for me, he put out 400 chairs, right? And he goes, "Is that enough?" And I go, in my head, I thought all of the Asians from the school were gonna come. So I go, "I think we need 400 more." And he put 800 seats. 800 seats. Ask Bobby Lee. I'm not making this up. And then Bobby walked out on stage. But before we walked on, he goes, are people coming? And I go, man, that's it. It was literally 15 people. It was my dad. My dad was there, like my girlfriend at the time. Just some random people that were in the student union going, yeah, I'll go. Fuck it. I don't want to go to sleep yet. And went. Literally. And Bobby was like, are you fucking kidding me? And it was literally like 15 people, 800 seats, man.
We need 400 more.
I said I need 400 more. In my head, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna carry me out like they did, like, you know what I mean, like Rudy when he won the game. I was gonna be sitting on their shoulders like, ah! I was gonna go to work the next day like, yo, fuck your Dolphins. I'm a rock star.
I love. We need 400 more. Yeah,
400 more.
I like the ambition, though. I like the ambition.
Right?
I appreciate it. Yeah, the positive attitude.
Sarah, the best part after, because there's like 3 kids that set up the 400 chairs, and I go, I think we need 400 more. And I swear to God, this is what the one kid did. He went like this.
Do you blame him? And then guess what? And then he had to clear those 800 chairs.
Yep, he had to go clear them.
Yeah.
They came on, dude. They came on pallets, just stacked. They were folding. They were so pissed.
I got one question.
Yeah,
Joe, did you help them clear the chairs?
Fuck no, I was the star. Star. I was in the green room. I was a celebrity.
Were you watching them through like the curtain when you were in the green room?
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of
Hurry up! Hurry up! They're coming. What kind of shitty gigs did you have, Sarah? Like your shitty gigs. Tell me one.
Well, one that really stands out was a Starbucks.
That already sounds bad.
Oh shit! Yeah, that sounds great.
Where?
Right by the Beverly Center. Like, which is the big, for people listening, it's a big mall here. There was a Starbucks like across the street at the Beverly Connection.
Yeah.
And this was actually, I was there with Chelsea Handler. Someone told her and I that they were doing a show there, and she was like, I guess we're doing stand-up at the Starbucks. And I'm like, whatever, it's an open mic, it's a show. We went.
That's so true.
We go. There's nobody there running it. No, I guess the girl was like, fuck it. She left like a little amplifier and a microphone plugged in the back. She left.
The host fucking left.
You're on your own.
She left, and the guy working at Starbucks was like, I don't know, there's a microphone over there. I guess you can do whatever you want. And we just like both picked it up and started talking at different times, and everyone left. Everyone was like, I'm here for coffee. I'm not here for you.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you and Chelsea went to the Starbucks.
Oh yeah. We're ready for our big show.
Sarah, that's so damn funny.
Yeah. I'll never forget. We left after the whole audience left. We left.
I'm here for the Wi-Fi. I'm not here for the fucking comedy.
Yeah, basically, yeah. We left, and Chelsea looked at me, and she's like, maybe next weekend I can get us a spot at Jamba Juice. And I was
That's great. So were you and Chelsea already at Comedy Store at the time, or no?
No, we had just like, I think we met in an improv class. I met her in like this improv class in the Valley called LA Connection.
Oh my God, I remember on Ventura.
Remember? Yes.
I remember that. Oh my God, that's so crazy. It's not even there anymore, huh, Brian?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
I think I remember it, but I don't think it's there anymore, no.
Wow.
Yeah,
so you and Chelsea were at LA Connection.
Yeah, we were in improv class together, and we both wanted to do stand-up, so we just sort of started talking, and we became friends, and then so she was kind of like the person I wandered around open mics with. You need that person.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and Chris Frangiola too. It was actually Chris Frangiola and I worked together at the same restaurant. So he's one of the first people I met in Los Angeles, not even as like a stand-up, but as a waitress. Like we worked together at a restaurant, and he was like, yeah, I do stand up too. So it was just, that's the way you get through it, right? Is you find people that you can at least sort of learn the ropes with.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
struggle with.
Yeah. I always tell people that, man, when you travel that road,
you can cry with.
Yeah, exactly.
I always tell that to people, man, when you travel that road, man, you just keep your eyes on that road, and then say people traveling that road, hop on that road with you. And it's so dope because Chris, Chelsea, Sarah, that's the starting three right there of, Chelsea lately. That's what I love so much about Chelsea Handler is that's why I think so many people loved like the first 4 seasons of Chelsea, because it truly was organic. Those fights were really organic. Like the way she talked to us was real. Like that. And I think the audience isn't stupid. The audience really felt it. They knew that was real. They knew that wasn't scripted. And that's what I loved. I miss those first 4 seasons, man, with you and Chris and Heather.
Well, it was just such a good, it was just like a good,
me, Josh.
Like other than Lights Out obviously had a bunch of comedians on it, but other than that, like think of another show that really gave comedians that platform to do because you got to do your own jokes on there. So it's like it's not like you got to showcase, like you said, your voice. You got to find your own voice.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah,
that's the cool thing about Chelsea too. She realized that, she understood the platform that she owned, and she knew that the people at that panel, when they kill, let them kill, and she'll reap the benefits, because that was just our voices. When Sarah talked, people listened. You know what I mean? When Lonnie talked, people listened. When I talked, people listened, and Chelsea's reactions were always just on point, man. That show is a blessing, dude. I always called it the new Johnny Carson. That whole. I wasn't there for Johnny, but I always heard the stories. Like when Johnny waved you over, you made it in Hollywood. And I felt the same way. I felt the same way about Chelsea. When Chelsea kept you on the panel, you pretty much made it, man. And look at us. Look at all of us. We're all.
No, that fan base is loyal
killing.
too.
The audience was live, man. They were great in the room, and they were also very loyal afterwards.
Yeah, really loyal afterwards.
Yeah.
They
real loyal
to this. They still come out. They still come out.
This day. Yeah. You know my favorite, Sarah? My favorite is when they'll come to my show and go like this. I was just watching you on Chelsea last week. I'm like, no, bitch, you were.
Maybe they have the same problem with time that I do, you know?
Exactly.
You're like, honey, that was like, it's been off the air for like 6 years. But okay,
that's 6 years ago. Oh, yeah. But sorry, it's on a hard drive and I haven't caught up to them yet. No, you're a liar. They are loyal though. I love them, man. Did I ever tell you how me and Chelsea met, Sarah? It's the best story.
No.
Me and Chelsea used to do a show at John Lovett's at the Laugh Factory, and Chelsea would open, and then I would go up second. I would feature for John Lovett. Us two plus John. John was the headliner.
You were other.
I was other. Yes. Oh shit. And you know, this is how long ago it was. It's when MySpace was popping. And John Lovitz only had 2 friends that he followed. It was Tom and Chelsea Handler. And this is what he would say to me. He goes, you got to see Chelsea. She's hysterical. She's my only friend on MySpace.
That's how you introduced her?
I swear to no, that's how he introduced her to me. And then I went home because he goes, I'm going to have this young woman open. She's so funny. Chelsea Handler. She's brilliant. You're going to love her. Watch. And then I went home and literally he wasn't lying. It was Tom and Chelsea. That was it on his MySpace. He wasn't even following me, that fucking asshole. And I opened for him for 2 years. And then,
oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then so we're doing the shows together, and then and Chelsea would talk so much shit when John was on stage, like just literally like, hey, it's dead in here. You know, maybe we should leave. While John's on stage, it was so funny. And then she would go, and then that's when she told me about her show. She's like, I want you to be on the show, and that was it. That was the relationship between Chelsea and I. And she wanted me to be on that show. And I remember she wanted me to be like a sidekick, Sarah, like her sidekick. And then I got
Chewy?
Like Chewy, yeah. So I was going to like these meetings and stuff. And then next thing you know, I got like a deal with Comedy Central. And but mine fell through. It never happened. But I remember telling Chelsea that I couldn't do her show anymore. And she fucking cursed me out, Sarah. She cursed me out, Sarah. No. Dude, like it was the most scariest moment I've ever had on the phone. I've never been yelled at like that before. She chastised me so bad. She's like, go ahead and listen to your managers and your agents. They don't know a good thing when it fucking bites them. They're fucking stupid. You might want to drop them because this show's going to be fucking huge. But go ahead and do that stupid show of yours. I wish you the best of luck. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, but this show is going to fucking blow up, and you're going to thank me later. Go ahead and listen to your agent, but you might want to think about it on your own sometimes. Why don't you think on your own instead of letting outside people tell you? I was like, Chelsea, and then she hung up, and I was like, Chelsea? And then my show didn't get picked up, obviously, and then I was still working at Nordstrom Rack by the airport on Sepulveda. That Sepulveda, the freeway, and I was working there, and it was like 6 months after she yelled at me. She's never called me after that, so like she totally hates me. And then Chelsea lately takes off, and I'm watching it like, fuck me. She was right. God damn it, she was fucking right.
Oh, man.
I was married at the time too, and Angie's like, isn't that the lady that wanted you to be on the show? I was like, yes, yes, that's her. And then it just exploded.
Quit bringing it up, but it's all right. It still worked. It still worked out.
Like about 8 months in, that's when she finally called me, and then it was over with after that. Man, she was so great. That cast was so much fun, Sarah. You were always amazing.
Well, that's the thing is I just miss going on that show and seeing like you and Lonnie and Bobby Lee and just, just seeing comics like all the time.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I'm extra nostalgic because we're all fucking stuck in our house right now and can't even see each other live. But I miss that for sure. That was
I did too. I do miss it. But I mean, wow. What has happened with us afterwards is also beautiful. Like I really love seeing like the starting lineup. I always call us the starting lineup. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like after the 4th year, I felt like everyone else that came in, I'm like, oh, this show's not going to do well. Wait a minute. It's just me. Where the fuck is Sarah? If Sarah's not here, it's going to fucking suck. Who are these two assholes?
With the replacements?
I'm just saying, it's just like we had this chemistry. We had a chemistry. And it's like, it was like, it was like feeding people into the lion's den. Like it would always be Chelsea and then 2 regulars. And then like some oddball would just be like, just ping pong their head back and forth watching us go at it. And then at the end of the show, we're like, hey man, it was nice meeting you. And then in our head, we're like, you're never coming back.
You're never coming back, buddy.
You're never coming back, buddy.
They would try. They wanted it. They'd be like, let's mix it up with some fresh people. And we'd be like, go do
that. You want to lose viewers? Go for it.
Yeah. Especially by the time Chelsea was like, she was wanting to run like that machine. So if someone came in and fucked up that machine, she was like,
yeah, that was fun.
She just look at him. She just stare at him while they fucking dug themselves into a hole.
Yes.
Oh, the chair. Yeah.
Ryan, you know Chelsea, but like, I'm sorry, this should be about Sarah, but I'll do one more Chelsea story.
Okay.
But in between, like when we'll go out of like the panel, right, and then go to a break. If the new person on the panel was sucking, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, she would call Michael Cox over and look at. She'll call Mike Cox and look at him and go like this. Never again. Never again.
Oh God.
Never again. And then she'll do this with her papers. Never again.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's go ahead and run this.
Yeah.
Never again. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, so nice meeting you.
So nice meeting you.
Brutal.
Bro.
She definitely knows how to be brutal.
Yeah. She was so good, man. But I mean, how beautiful. I'm glad it ended when it did. You know, sometimes things like that need to end the way they do. And that was that moment where people were like, no, not now. You know what I mean? And that's when you want to walk away. It was an incredible run. And it pulled out some great stars. You know what I mean? Look where they're all at. Look at you, Sarah. Look at you, man. Like it's amazing to see you on Netflix. Like I love watching that. I love seeing, the people I came up with shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're all shining underneath the same light. I love it.
I know, me too. Because believe me, I think there's like, I mean, a lot of us, I think there was like panic when that show was ending because it was like, you're right, it needed to end when it did. But at the same time, we were like, but what about keeping keeping us on the TV and keeping our names out there for shows and stuff. Yeah. But luckily, like it's like, okay, well, we'd been on that for a long time. So now once the show ended, you have to just be like, oh, now we're available to do other stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then you got to move on. So it does work out. But
it's beautiful.
But
that's that
first.
But you know what's cool, Sarah, that I did notice, like any other like what is it called when you your credit, any other credit, I kind of like cringe when I see it on something. Like, don't put Jimmy Kimmel Live on this shit, man. I did that before my son was like 1. Don't fucking put Jimmy Kimmel Live or The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, motherfucker. Like, that's not my credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when they put Chelsea Lately on it, I like that credit.
I know.
I really do.
Yeah.
I enjoy the credit.
Because usually you're like, I mean, now they'll put like, a couple, like they'll be like Netflix and like I just did Shameless for a couple seasons. So it'll be like a little Showtime logo and they'll still put Chelsea Lately. And I'm like, you know what? It's good because it's name recognition. Like people go, oh, I know that. I know that person from that show. It's like, might as well. But yeah, I don't want scare tactics on there. You know?
Yo, I had a poster like that, Andre. I swear to God, this may be like 3 or 4 years ago. I did like some comedy club. Just like, I was like, all right, I'll do it. I never played the city before. And my agent was like, oh yeah, you should try tap into this market and build an audience. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And they made posters and that motherfucker had VH1 I Love the 90s on it. Are you fucking kidding me? I got 2 Netflix specials, motherfucker.
VH1 I Love the 90s.
VH1 I Love the 90s and Jimmy Kimmel Live. I'm like, yeah, what are these?
You're like, I had my own special, you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Mine said, I love the 90s, VH1, and then it said Jimmy Kimmel Live, and then Starbucks on Beverly Hills. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
As seen in Starbucks.
That's Starbucks.
As seen in Starbucks. Hilarious.
Oh, but that's amazing.
You know what we have to do, Sarah? I have this beautiful picture of us backstage when we did Nokia. You remember that? The comedians of Chelsea lately?
That was fun.
And that picture is so dope. It's like Whitney, you, Guy Brano, Brad Wallach, Josh Wolf. I can't remember who else was, but it was just like, that was the core, dude. And that was just like, that was awesome, man. So what I'm trying to say is that was an iconic show. It's a part of our history and we should never be like, yeah, I was on Chelsea. I'm never like that. When people go, I loved you on Chelsea, I'm like, thank you, man. It was a beautiful show. It was a historical show. What she did for cable TV will never, ever happen again. And God bless David Spade. I loved it. I love that show. I can't believe that they canceled it. But there's just something about Chelsea being the first one, man.
When you talk about being the starting 5, I actually associate all you guys with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I always do. And it's crazy because they were actually writers. They were Sarah was actually writing for Chelsea. I was just blessed to be on it once a week because Chelsea wanted me on. But man, like they were the ones actually writing her shit, dude. So it's kind of cool that I'm with them. I'm with the cast, you know?
Do you think that we could do that show? Do you think that a show like that could be on now? Or do you think she'd be in trouble every night of the week for something that she said?
That is so funny.
True.
But I think deep down inside, she could probably break that mold back over again. I think she could be like, there's enough tension out there where people are like, man, I miss the days when you could say whatever the fuck you want. But they're kind of silent. But they're silent. I feel like they're in this podcast right now. But you know what I mean? We're silent. We're silent. But the doors are closed. Ooh, you don't want to hear the shit I say. You don't want to hear the shit I say when the doors are closed. But I laugh. Ooh, I laugh so good. I'm like, God damn. I didn't think you get any more racist than that. I love it.
I think she could do it. I think she could do it.
100%.
She could defend herself in the right way, and people would give her the benefit of the doubt. 100%. Always intending to amuse, which is important. I think
Brian,
for sure. People.
Brian, 100%. You were just repeating what I said at the beginning of this conversation. Yes.
Nice job, Brian.
Fucking take my credit. What the fuck are you doing, Brian?
Agreeing with you, boss.
You just said the same shit I said.
You just said it a little differently, Joe.
Yeah. He added some bigger words. Bigger words that's not in my vocabulary.
Maybe a little bit more eloquent. I don't know.
Take it or regurgitate it.
The only part I didn't like, Andre, that Brian did is he goes like this. I have to disagree with you, Joe. I think Chelsea could do it. Man, fuck you. I did say that.
That was the tone. That was his tone.
That was the tone. I'd have to disagree with you on that one, Joseph. I think if anyone can do it, it's Chelsea Handler. Go fuck yourself, Brian.
Why don't we do
that's hilarious.
I would love for her to come back and do it. It would be amazing. It would crush. You guys would crush. Man, I miss David Spade's show though, man. And Tom and Brad killed that show. I thought it was beautiful. I thought they nailed it. I thought it was the next best thing, man. I was like, damn, this show is great. And then Comedy Central just let it go. And that's what I don't understand, Sarah, because you've been on 2 series. I forgot Shameless, but I forget the other one that I just saw you on. You're the mom.
Insatiable.
That's where you're the mom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so good in that one.
Thank you.
But what I don't understand is man, I feel like 2 seasons is all they're giving people right now. They don't believe in 5, 6 anymore. It's like 2 and maybe 3. We might give you 3, but it's like, dude, what do you want?
I think it's more about Comedy Central just trying to change over a whole regime to a new regime and like trying to change everything. And I think it was an expensive show. I agree with you. It was a great show and it should have stuck around. But I think it's much more about politics than it is about whether it was good and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're even Netflix, because Insatiable did really well on that platform, and they 2 seasons and we're not getting a 3rd, and we were really surprised because it was like the second season was even more popular than the first, and the first had this like weird controversy, but then everyone figured out what off of a trailer, and then everyone figured out what the show really was, and everyone liked it. I mean, it had some really good fans too, like some really and I was surprised that they didn't give it. I thought they'd give it 1 more, but they were like 2.
Yeah, man. People are spoiled now. They're really, 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 really spoiled, man. You guys, stop being so fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
Stop, you guys. Slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. You don't need 59 seconds. Let it breathe.
Work for your life,
man. Yes, man. Stop. You don't need comments.
Nobody told Koy they liked him for how long was it? 10 years.
30 years, God damn it. Netflix told me no in 27 years. Sarah, you know that, right? You know my Netflix special, 26 years into stand-up, and Netflix was like, I don't think you're ready. I was like, what the fuck?
No. Did they really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't know if you I went and shot that shit myself. Sarah, the Live from Seattle, I shot that myself. I paid for the whole thing.
Oh my God. And then obviously they were like, oh.
Yeah, then they watched it. They're like, our bad. You didn't say international, did you?
We just thought you needed another 15 years to groom.
Hey, Mr. Koy, 45 to do 35. Get in here. No, I'm glad. I always make fun of Netflix. But I'm glad they said no. I always say that as well too, because they made me wear a lot of hats, and I love the fact that I shot that special myself. I owned it, and if it wasn't for me shooting myself, I wouldn't have got the last 2 that I got. So that's another thing that this generation doesn't know about. When people say no to you, fucking show them why they need to say yes instead of putting your head down and walking off into the corner. Yeah. A lot of people like to go on Twitter and like blast Twitter and go, oh, fuck Netflix, cancel your subscriptions. They didn't want to give me a special because I'm half white and half Asian. Racism. No, asshole. That's not why they did it.
Yeah. You need more experience than your fucking TikTok videos. That's why. Exactly. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
Right.
Pretty solid.
I'm just saying, man, it's a long path. It's a long journey, dude. Find your voice. Sarah's been doing this for over 20 years, longer, if not 25.
Yeah, about
25, you guys. 20, okay. If you're watching right now, 20 years it took her to get 2 seasons of 2 different two networks, right? Showtime and Netflix. How the fuck do you get 2? How did you do that? Who are you?
I don't know. I'm just, really good. Just really, really talented.
Were they running simultaneously?
They actually were, but they filmed, Shameless filmed, like they had a different schedule. So it actually worked out great. And then I did 5 episodes of season 9, and then they brought me back for season 10. And then I'm not sure if I'm doing another season or not, but I played like a really creepy lady that worked at a fast food restaurant. So basically I played it myself,
You played yourself at 16?
Basically, now that I think about it,
Welcome to Hardee's. How can I help you?
But I was the manager. Okay. I was.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
It all, I drew from experience,
Takes a long time to get where we're at, you guys.
Yeah.
Now we get to enjoy what we're doing for real instead of like, We went through the struggles, all of us, but man, now we get to enjoy it. So just understand that there was a lot of struggle too, you guys. We struggled hard, okay? Yeah. Chelsea and Sarah were inside Starbucks on Beverly Hills at an open mic with no fucking host.
No host. No audience after
no audience.
Yeah.
Do you even know what that is? That's a shitty gig. Put a couple of those notches on your fucking belt before you ask me for your Netflix TV show, you piece of shit. God. I love you, Sarah.
Jo Koy life coach is what's happening right now.
I will. I love you so much.
Very delicate.
I love you so much, Sarah.
I love you too. I've missed you.
I miss you too.
Do you miss the road right now?
I do. I have Sarah, I swear to God, and you know I'm not lying when I say this. You're more than welcome to walk on my stage anytime. The crowd would love you. I would love you to sit on one of those stages. Radio City Music Hall's coming up next. I would love for you to walk out and just kill it.
I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like, we're gonna need another 400 seats. Everybody, I just got here.
Oh shit! That's how you bring it all back. You hear me, kids? That's called a callback, you fucking asshole. Learn it. Learn how. You can't learn it because that shit's natural. So go fuck yourselves again. Sarah, you're amazing. I love you.
I love you. Thank you for having me.
Can you please get a football signed by your husband? Please?
Yeah.
For me?
You want that? I can do that.
Yes.
I can do that for you. Oh, his favorite story about you, by the way, when I said that I was about to do your podcast, he goes, oh, my favorite thing Jo Koy ever said to me was that you were at, I think were you at that playoff game where he threw the touchdown pass? Or,
I was there.
He was like,
wow.
He was like, John, I was at that playoff game. You know how much tickets cost? You know how much tickets cost? And John was like, I didn't have to pay for a ticket. I
was in the fucking game, asshole.
I was actually in the game, yeah.
I don't know why I made him laugh so hard, but he was like, it was the greatest. He was like, I never really thought about it, and now I know how much tickets cost.
I paid a lot. Sarah.
Yeah, he was like, they're no shit. He's like, they pay a lot of money for those tickets.
That is hilarious.
Sarah, no bullshit. Andre bought those tickets for me.
Oh, nice.
Well, with my credit card. But he
got it.
Put the number in.
I did put the number in.
Sarah, Andre was buying the tickets as if he was going. He was like, well, if I was going to go, it would be these fucking seats right here.
He's like, I wouldn't want to skip.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
You goddamn right, Joe. We're going to enjoy this game.
Now get up there and enjoy yourself.
Now go over there and enjoy yourself like both of us are there.
And P.S. maybe pick up another Radio City Music Hall gig because you're gonna have
You're gonna need it after this game.
Yeah, exactly. Sarah, I love you.
That's funny. I love you. Thank you.
You are the best. Wait, where can they see you now? Go where?
Well, go sarahcolonna.com because my tour dates are being scheduled, obviously, as everyone knows we're in a situation. So I have a couple up there now. Hopefully they'll come through, and then I'll keep adding them. And there's links to my books on there.
But she also lives forever on Netflix and also on Showtime. And of course, she has a book out. The book, you can go to sarahcolonna.com and get that book right now. Go on all the social media outlets. It's Sarah Colonna on everything.
Sarah Colonna 1 for Instagram because some bitch got there first. Yeah.
That bitch. I hate that bitch.
She's squatting on it. Squatting on that name big time. All right. I love you.
Love you, Sarah. Love you, Brian.
Thank you guys.
See you, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.